Ignoring code 0016 could destroy your engine, but the fix might be a lot easier and cheaper than you think. Stick around to the end, because I'm going to show you a quick trick to help diagnose it in seconds. Welcome back to Car Care Fix. If you're new here, this is the place for simple, practical car care tips and fixes you can do yourself. So make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Today we're tackling a common but frustrating code, 0016. If your check engine light is on and this is the code you're seeing, it means there's a timing correlation problem between your crankshaft and camshaft position sensors. Don't panic. I'll walk you through what causes it and how to fix it step by step. Let's get into it. What does P0016 code actually mean? P0016 code is an OBD2 code that means the crankshaft position and camshaft position signals are out of sync on bank. 1. In plain English, your engine's computer expects these two parts to rotate in a precise relationship, and right now, they're not lining up the way they should. Common symptoms of P0016 code. Check engine light on, rough idle or stalling, noticeable loss of power, knocking or tapping noises from the engine, higher fuel consumption. Common causes of 0016 code. Timing chain or timing belt issues, stretch, slip or wear. Faulty camshaft or crankshaft position sensor, low oil flow or oil pressure problems. Worn timing components, guides, tensioners, gears, wiring or ECU issues. 4 ways to diagnose and fix it. Method A, oil change. Low or dirty oil can affect timing chain tensioners and variable valve timing systems, which can trigger this code. Tools needed: socket wrench, oil collection pan, funnel, new oil filter, fresh oil, airtight container. 1. Locate the oil drain plug underneath the vehicle and place the collection pan beneath it. 2. Use the socket wrench to remove the plug and let the oil drain completely. 3. Reinstall and securely tighten the drain plug. 4. Locate the oil filter near the oil pan or engine and position the pan underneath to catch any residual oil. 5. Remove the old filter. Apply a thin layer of fresh oil to the new filter's gasket, then install it. 6. Tighten the new filter by hand, then an additional 3/4 turn. Don't over-tighten. 7. Locate the oil fill cap on top of the engine, clean around it and remove it. 8. Insert a funnel and pour in the recommended oil amount. Check your owner's manual for the exact spec. 9. Replace the cap securely. 10. Start the engine and let it run for about a minute to circulate the new oil, then shut it off. 11. Check the dipstick, wipe it clean. Reinsert it fully, then pull it out again. The level should sit near the full mark, top off if needed. 12. Transfer the used oil into a sealed container and take it to an auto shop or recycling center. Method B, camshaft oil control valve. Common on engines with variable valve timing, VVT. Tools needed: valve cleaner, multimeter, replacement valve if needed. 1. Carefully detach the valve from the engine. 2. Clean off any debris using the valve cleaner. 3. Test resistance with a multimeter at 68 degree Fahrenheit in 20 dexiter. It should read roughly 6.9 to 7.9 ohms. 4. No reading or way outside spec. The valve is likely faulty and needs replacing. 5. Reinstall the cleaned valve or swap in a new one if it failed the test. Method C, crankshaft position sensor. Typically mounted on the timing cover, on the front or underside of the engine. Tools needed: multimeter, replacement sensor if needed. 1. Carefully unplug and remove the sensor. 2. Inspect it for contamination, such as an oil leak coating the sensor tip. 3. Test resistance with a multimeter, checking your manual for the correct spec. 4. No reading means the sensor has failed. 5. Before installing a new one, make sure the O-ring is intact and properly seated. Method D, camshaft position sensor. Located on the valve cover, cylinder head, or the front or rear of the engine, depending on your vehicle. Tools needed: multimeter, replacement sensor if needed. 1. Carefully detach the sensor. 2. Check for contamination. Oil or dirt buildup is common. 3. Test resistance with a multimeter, referencing your manual for the correct spec. 4. No reading means it's time to replace the sensor. 5. Make sure the O-ring is properly in place before installing the new one. Final tips. Always check your owner's manual for vehicle-specific specs and procedures. Work in a well-lit, ventilated area and wear proper safety gear. Dispose of used oil and parts responsibly. Recycle whenever you can. After the repair, clear the code with an OBD2 scanner and take the car for a test drive. If the light comes back on, it's a sign of deeper diagnosis needed. Don't ignore it a second time. If this video helped you out, drop a like and hit subscribe for more car care tips. Got questions or a car problem you want me to cover? Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. This has been Car Care Fix.